Namaste. Welcome to another episode of My India, My Pride series. In the last video, we studied about the ruler of Chandravamsha, Yayati, and his son Puru. Today, let us learn about one of his descendants, Dushyanta, and his son Bharata. Children, do you remember studying about sage Vishwamitra in Saptarshi's video? Vishwamitra was a king in ancient India. He was called Kaushik and belonged to Amavasu dynasty. King Yayati's son Puru was his maternal great-grandfather. Vishwamitra had lot of conflicts with sage Vashishta. He wanted to be as strong as Brahmarshi Vashishta. He realized that as a king he was unable to beat Vashishta, so he did penance and attained divine weapons and attacked Vashishta. But Vashishta nullified Vishwamitra's weapons with his cosmic powers. Vishwamitra did penance several times to become a powerful sage as Vashishta, but could not become Brahmarshi. Once when he was doing penance to become Brahmarshi, Indra sent Menaka to distract him. Sage Vishwamitra married her, and when Vishwamitra realized Indra had sent Menaka to distract him, he left his wife and went off to do penance again. Menaka goes back to heaven but is not allowed to enter since she was pregnant with a human child. She comes back to earth and gives birth to a beautiful daughter. Since she cannot take her child to heaven, she leaves the baby at Kanva Muni's ashram. The baby was named Shakuntala and grows up at the ashram of Muni Kanva amidst other Rishiputras and Rishikanyas. Shakuntala grows up as a beautiful lady. One day, she along with the Sakhis go to forest to collect flowers for the puja. Dushyanta was the king of Hastinapura and the descendant of King Yayati. Once he goes hunting to a forest. The forest where he goes hunting is near the ashram of Kanva Rishi. Maharaja Dushyanta reached into his ashram to see Kanva Rishi. On the call, a very beautiful girl comes out from the ashram and says, "O Rajan, Maharshi has gone on a pilgrimage, but you are welcome in his ashram." Seeing the girl, Maharaja Dushyant asks, "Balike, who are you?" The girl replies, "My name is Shakuntala and I am the daughter of Kanva Rishi." Hearing that girl, Maharaja Dushyant asks in surprise, "Maharshi is born a brahmachari, then how are you his daughter?" Responding to his question, Shakuntala answered, "Actually, my parents are Menaka and Vishwamitra. When my father rejected my mother, she left me in the forest with Kanva Muni and a bird named Shakunta protected me. That is why my name is Shakuntala. Kanva Rishi brought me up, he fed me, he protected me. In this way, he became my father." Hearing Shakuntala's words, Maharaja Dushyant said, "Shakuntale, you are a Kshatriya girl. Seeing your beauty, I have offered my heart to you. If you have no objection, I want to marry you." Shakuntala was also fascinated with Maharaja Dushyant, so she gave her consent. Both got married as per Gandharva Vivaha system. Maharaja Dushyanta spent some time in the forest while staying with Shakuntala. Then one day he said to Shakuntala, "Dear, I have to leave to Hastinapur to run my kingdom. When Maharshi Kanva returns from pilgrimage, I will take you away from here and take you to my royal palace." Saying so, the king gave Shakuntala his gold ring as a token of his love and went to Hastinapur. Shakuntala was very sad. She missed Dushyanta very much. She lost interest in everything. She lived in her own dream world where she was with her husband. One day, Durvasa Rishi came to Kanva Muni's ashram. Shakuntala did not even know about his arrival due to her condition, and she did not welcome Durvasa Rishi properly. The sage Durvasa felt insulted and cursed her in anger. "Balike, I curse you that anyone who is in your thoughts which made you humiliate me will forget you. Hearing the curse of Durvasa Rishi, Shakuntala's attention was broken, and she fell at his feet and started praying for forgiveness. By Shakuntala's plea, the Durvasa sage said, "If you have anything that is given by him as a token of his love, show it to him and he will remember all about you." Shakuntala became pregnant. After some time, Kanva Rishi returned from pilgrimage. Then Shakuntala told him about his Gandharva Vivaha with Maharaja Dushyanta. On this, Maharshi Kanva said, "Daughter, it is not proper for a married girl to stay in the father's house. Now, your husband's house is yours." After saying this, Maharshi Kanva sent Shakuntala with his disciples to Hastinapura. While travelling by the boat in a lake on the way to Hastinapur, the ring given by King Dushyanta to Shakuntala as a token of love fell in the lake. A fish swallowed the ring. Upon reaching King Dushyanta's palace, the disciples of Kanva Rishi showed Shakuntala to him and said, "Maharaja, Shakuntala is your wife. Please accept her." Maharaja had forgotten Shakuntala due to the curse of Durvasa Rishi. Therefore, he did not recognize her or accept her and started blaming Shakuntala. As soon as Shakuntala was humiliated, lightning flashed in the sky and her mother Menaka took her away in front of everyone. Menaka left Shakuntala at the ashram of Kashyapa Muni, where she gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. She named him Bharata and brought him up with love and care. He turned out to be brave and a strong boy. Meanwhile, the fish which swallowed Shakuntala's ring got caught in a fisherman's net one day. When the fisherman cut the fish, the ring came out of its stomach. The fisherman sent the ring to Maharaja Dushyanta as an offering. On seeing the ring, Maharaja remembered Shakuntala and repented his act. Maharaja searched for Shakuntala everywhere but did not find her. Once, Maharaja Dushyanta went to Indra's city Amaravati to help him in the Devasura war. After conquering the war, when he was returning to Hastinapur, he saw the ashram of Rishi Kashyap on the way. He stopped there for a visit. In the ashram, a handsome boy was playing with a fierce lion. Menaka had left Shakuntala with sage Kashyapa, and that child was the son of Shakuntala. Seeing the child, a feeling of love rose in the heart of Maharaja Dushyanta. He proceeded to lift him up in his lap. A Sakhi who saw this informed Shakuntala about a stranger being with his son. Shakuntala came running to the place to protect her son, and Maharaja recognized her. He sought Shakuntala's forgiveness for his act and took the permission of Rishi Kashyap and brought her along with their son to Hastinapur. Maharaja Dushyanta and Shakuntala's son was named Bharata. Later he became the great monarch Bharata, and our country is named after him as Bharatavarsha. Thank you for watching, children. We have used the materials and pictures from various sites to create this video. We give credit to the creators and sincerely thank the sources of all the pictures and materials used here.